Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge and this is your latest transfer news. And I tell you what, we've got a lot to discuss around Isak, Sesko, Guehi, Rodrygo. But I've got to say, doing a late transfer show on a Monday wasn't part of the plan. I was actually, it's been a bit disappointing. I was expecting more from today, to be honest. A little bit like when I went to Stonehenge. It's just a bunch of rocks. Or the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy. Or Pisa. Again, just a building that's slightly on the slant. If you're into that sort of thing, it's great. But I was expecting it. I don't know what I was expecting. Maybe a hot dog stall, some fun, fairground rides. But anyway, back with the transfer stuff. You can get in the comments and tell us places that you went that were disappointing. Some people say Dubai. I've never been. Or Vegas. So I can't say on that. But there you go. There's a conversation starter. Where did you go where you were expected it to be great and it wasn't that good? But I was expecting some movement this Monday. And there is movement, but it's not probably as much as I would thought. So let's delve into the big story at the moment, which sort of will be the catalyst for Isak to Liverpool. He is back in training with Newcastle. No, he's not in training. He's actually having an injury assessed. So basically, Newcastle have given 48 hours to Benjamin Sesko to make his mind up. Now that, obviously, as we said over the weekend, is a deadline that therefore hurries up the move for Isak for Liverpool. Man United are part of this as well. Wizza is part of the situation as well. But also, interestingly, from Craig Hope, who we were talking about yesterday in the Daily Mail, he's saying that Newcastle are now looking at Ramos. So I think if you're a Liverpool fan, this is probably quite positive. Isak apparently isn't even fit at the moment. Newcastle is your second game of the season. So are you going to have Isak for Bournemouth a week on Friday? Probably not. Probably not. I don't know. Probably not. But Newcastle are clearly putting things into play. And the good thing is that if they don't get Sesko and he does go to United, which is what I'm expecting, it sounds like they're still in for Wizza and they might move towards Ramos of PSG as well. So that's a positive for Liverpool. And obviously the sooner Newcastle... I don't think Isak's signing for Liverpool until Newcastle have got their replacements in. So I don't think that's going to happen very quickly. But deadlines are good because you're not waiting around. So let's wait and see what happens with that one. Interestingly, sticking with Newcastle and Liverpool, the Guehi saga has kicked up again. The Times are reporting that Newcastle have gone back in for the Crystal Palace captain. There's also talk that Chelsea are going to go back in. Remember, I think it was last summer they were looking at him. And Liverpool do still need a centre-back. So what has been an incredible transfer window, and nobody can deny that, what we're getting in August is almost a level up. I was saying this on the United stand earlier. For United fans and Newcastle fans, it's exciting to be in for a player like Sesko. But imagine the added excitement that we've got to decide where he's going to go. I mean, we have had a few of these sagas over the years. I remember Eden Hazard, was it like 13 years ago, when he was going to go Man City, Chelsea or United. Obviously, he went to Chelsea. So that's quite exciting. And we could be having another one with Guehi, where Liverpool, Chelsea and Newcastle are going to go for him. So where do you think Guehi will end up? I mean, I always thought Liverpool, to be honest with you, with Kwanzaa going and Konate not really committing. I think it's a logical move where... And Van Dijk, not getting any younger. There's an opportunity to go to Liverpool and be a stalwart of their defence. So let's see what happens with that one. But certainly one to keep an eye on in these next few weeks because the assumption is he's going to leave. I think he's got 1 or 2 years left on his contract as well. There's still so much deals to be done, though. When we talk about Liverpool, Harvey Elliott, Nunez, Darwin Nunez, these players need to be moved on as well. So expect this throttle, foot to the metal transfer window to continue into August and to the transfer deadline day. Teams aren't messing around. But yes, I think the Sesko decision is going to certainly, as we said over the weekend, move things forward in relation to that. One story that did catch my eye, though, and I don't know whether you've seen this, but look, if it came true, what a deal it would be. Tottenham are interested in signing Real Madrid and Brazilian superstar Rodrygo from... AC Milan as a replacement for Son. Now, it wasn't lost on us that on Friday, I think it was, that Son announced that he's leaving Spurs. They've also had a very, very big bit of bad luck with James Maddison picking up a bad injury out in Asia as well. So remember, Spurs have brought Paulinho in. They have permanently done deals with Danzo and Tel, and they've brought in Kudos, but they're obviously losing their best player in Son, and they're going to have to do something in the market to react to that. So keep your eye on that. I mean, I don't know whether... Well, they are in the Champions League. They have got money. That would be an incredible signing for Spurs. And you feel that they've got to do something beyond what they've got. Okay, you've got Kudus. He could replace Son, let's be honest. I mean, Kudus could be the replacement. You've still got Kulusevski. You've still got Brennan Johnson. You've still got Richarlison. So, they've still got... oh, God. I always have a brain blank with this. Who's the guy who plays up front for... Solanke, that they brought in from Bournemouth. I don't know why. I find his name very forgettable. Probably win the Golden Boot now. But you feel that Spurs under Thomas Frank have got more to do, and I think that would be quite an interesting one as well. So keep your eye on that. But as I said, look, Arsenal haven't finished their business as well. They're still looking at Eze. Chelsea haven't finalised Xavi Simons yet, and then they're going to go for Garnacho. So there's a lot left in this window. But I tell you what, we're getting so close to the start of the actual Premier League season now. Teams are coming back from their tour. I expect to see this week a very busy week and next week a very busy week as we move towards the start of the Premier League season. A week this Friday night, Bournemouth against Liverpool. We've got a live watch along next Sunday for the Community Shield, Palace against Liverpool. We are getting to the business end of pre-season now, and we're getting very close to the points that matter. It's so exciting. I mean, I'll be doing my Premier League predictions very, very soon as well. So very much looking forward to it. But as I say, I expect... I don't know whether it's like it at other clubs. Maybe you can tell me. But at United, traditionally, we just don't do business when the tour's on. But we do need to do business. And other clubs really haven't done that much either. I don't know what it is. I mean, look, what is it about recruitment teams that find it difficult to do deals when players are on tour? I think the problem is a lot of the players go on tour. So you might be interested in a player and they're on tour in Germany or Asia or America. So the players come back to their familiar surroundings. They have a couple of days break. And I think this is where we'll get some real business over the line. But I think my feeling is get your comments in below. I think Isak will go to Liverpool. I've felt that for a long time. I think United will get Sesko, and unfortunately for Newcastle, I think they're going to have to pivot again to somebody else. But I would actually say, if I was Newcastle, one thing that's positive, and United, if Sesko goes to Newcastle, it will be hard, but I have never known a transfer window like this, but I've also never known a striker market like this. It's absolutely incredible. Like, to see the likes of, across this summer transfer window, Osimhen, Gyökeres, Ekitike, Isak, Delap, João Pedro, Sesko. And then you've still got people like Wizza. Mateta's not going to move, I don't think. Watkins, Ramos, Vlahovic. The striker market, look, obviously some of those are more risky than others, some are better than others, but there is a market there to go and get strikers. And look, if I could see Ramos doing well at Newcastle, I could see Ollie Watkins doing well at Newcastle. Obviously, they're going to sit there going up yours. This is not what we wanted. We wanted João Pedro, we wanted Ekitike, we wanted Sesko, we wanted to keep Isak. It's obviously not what they would want, and it's quite surprising how Newcastle have missed out on so many. But at least there are other options to go with. Right, get your comments in below. Where do you think everyone's going to end up in the striker market? I'm going Man United, Sesko, Isak, Liverpool, and Newcastle. There's nobody left to compete with, so take your pick out of Watkins and Ramos with Wizza, I suppose. Also, where have you visited that you thought was going to be good that was disappointing? Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you subscribe, smash a like, and I'll speak to you on the next one.